I am Amara, and I live a simple yet happy life. I enjoy being in the shadows. I fear the limelight because I'm not used to that. I want to live on my own terms, peaceful and filled with genuine people. As the youngest child in a family of four, I am very fortunate to receive all my family's love, affection, attention, care, and kindness. My parents are all present through the milestones of my life. They always noticed everything from my first steps until my college graduation. And mind you, and they even carpooled me on the way to my first day of work. That is how supportive they are. Aside from that, I'm very close to my older brother Tim. He is so protective of me and he spoils me. We have a 3-year age gap, but he is way ahead of the other people his age because he is very mature and goal driven. On top of that, he has this provider mindset. I really looked up to my older brother at a very young age because I have seen how he worked hard for his future. And yes, he is very successful now. We are blessed to have inherited the on point facial features of our parents, primarily my brother. Through his handsome face, he was able to land a modeling career in his teenage years, and until now, he has continued to thrive in the fashion industry, and since then, he has become the family's breadwinner. I owed him my life. Because of him, I could have a comfortable life where my needs were provided and my wants were met and satisfied. I am so proud of my brother because he was able to build our family the house that we have always dreamed of. He has brought us to places and countries that we have never been to, and he let us experience the side of life that we thought we would only come across in our mind. And with that, I am delighted to be blessed with a selfless and hardworking brother. Aside from that, he became famous not just for his looks and charisma, but also for his personality. And because of that, he got a big fan base. He has a group of supporters that truly and genuinely supports and appreciates him for who he is. And not for long, he got a girlfriend. I thought that girl was the one that he was going to marry. I saw how they were so in love with each other. It was like they were soulmates, a match made in heaven. Also, I was very close to that woman. She was an actress, and despite all her fame, she was still very humble and kind. The show business industry knew about their relationship. Many supported them. They dated for almost 3 years, and for me, they were bound to be together forever. But devastating news came. The paparazzi caught the woman photographed inside a bar kissing another guy. The rumor sparked and spread like wildfire. The internet crashed as many people talked about the dating controversy. Many people sympathized with my brother and most hated the woman. But what hurt me the most was to see my brother in pain. He broke down in tears and cried in my mother's arms. I could honestly see in his eyes how much he loved the woman. He was serious about her and even had plans to marry her in the future. Depression, self-doubts, frustration, and trust issues filled him. He was devastated, but my parents were with him through this trying time, and he bounced back. Better than ever. He was more potent and fiercer, and his career thrived even more. I commended how brave my brother was that despite being fooled by the woman he loved, he still forgave her and showed everyone that a grudge can only lead you to negativity and burdens. But I admit that the heartbreak that my brother experienced led me to the decision never to enter a relationship because, after all, the love of my family is already enough for me. It filled me whole and will always be the best kind of love I will forever cherish. So as I finished college, most of my batchmates already found their partners. Some were even planning to settle down immediately, but for me, I focus on my goals, traveling and spending more time with my family. I worked very hard as a businesswoman to establish a name for myself. I don't want to be recognized as Tim's sister because I am more than that. I founded a food and beverage cafe. This has always been my passion and I enjoy doing it. Through my business, I could earn money to support my parents and travel the world as much as I wanted. I am so happy being single because freedom is more authentic while you are alone, and it is liberating to my mind, body, and soul. It feels so great to be in love with yourself. Everything in my life seemed to come together. All my dreams and goals were happening, and I am achieving some of them. Until my brother introduced someone to us, Sheena, a runaway and TV model. She is my brother's new girlfriend. Aside from being a famous model that made me recognize her, I felt something that made me think I had known her since then. And then I remembered she was my elementary bully. Her features completely changed through time. "Everyone, this is Sheena, my girlfriend." My parents immediately greeted her with open arms. After their greeting, she looked at me and gave me a huge smile. "Amara, it's nice to see you again. Long time no see." Oh, so she recognized me as well? Does she also remember how she bullied me? I have a horrible feeling about her. Hey, nice to see you too. I answered her most plainly. She gave me a fake smile and proceeded to begin the celebration. Throughout the night, I was observing, and from time to time, she would also glance at me until she finally came to me. "I know what you're thinking, so please do not ruin my relationship with your brother and just shut the fuck up, or I will do it again the same way I humiliated you back in elementary." She laughed as if she remembered something. "Oh my god, I still remember how you cried as everyone read the writings behind you." "What did it say then?" "I am ugly." It was so funny because everyone agreed you were indeed family. I just stared at her, observing how a woman with such a pretty face could have an ugly attitude like her. You know what? I would help if you stayed away." She looked at me ferociously. "Oh, you think you're brave now because what? Are you my boyfriend's sister? Well, things will change starting now. I have won his heart and will do everything just for him to follow me. Back out, freak." And I was right about the bad feeling about her, and it just worsened. For almost a year of dating, Sheena showed me nothing but fakeness. And in due time, they married each other. People were so happy about them if only they knew the natural character of this woman. She is masking as a sweet, kind, and soft woman, when clearly she is the opposite. And it is relatively straightforward that Sheena had a venomous disdain for me. Perhaps the 1-year age gap between us fueled her resentment, or maybe it was her innate insecurity, but she despised the bond I shared with my older brother, her husband. I thought that I was finally over her. And how on earth did Tim even find this girl? And of all people, it had to be her. I recalled the moment even before they began dating. She had been my tormentor, making my elementary years a daily struggle. Her life revolved around the glamorous world of television and modeling. Her looks were her prized possession. She had everything, fame and beauty, so why is she so busy picking on me? I want a path of peace, success, and independence as a successful businesswoman, unafraid to live on my terms, but it seemed like my freedom was a thorn in her side. Time and again, Sheena took every opportunity to belittle me for being single, mocking my choices and undermining my achievements. Once my brother was invited to a party and I knew that Sheena would be there and that party would be filled with her friends. As I entered the place, Sheena immediately saw me and whispered to her friends, making them also look in my direction. Here we go again. "Oh, look who finally decided to show up. I thought you were too busy being alone in your little world." She approached me with her little squad following her. I remained composed and calm. "Hi, Sheena. It's nice to see you too." I responded to her in a fake tone and smiled. She just laughed sarcastically. "Nice to see me. Please, spare me the act. I can't believe you're still single. Don't you want someone to take care of you, or is it because nobody wants to? Oh, by the way, girls, Tim's sister is single. Can you believe it? She's just about our age." I took a deep breath and tried to maintain my composure. "Being single is my choice, Sheena. I'm thrilled with my life." And she gave me her infamous eye roll. "Happy? Oh, please. Who would be happy being alone while the rest of us have fulfilling relationships?" Relationships aren't the only source of happiness, Sheena. I enjoy my work, passions, and those who genuinely care about me. Genuinely care about you? Oh, that's rich. I doubt anyone could genuinely care about someone as unattractive as you. She laughed, and all her friends laughed with her as well. I clenched my fist, but still tried to maintain a calm demeanor. "You can say whatever you want, Sheena. Your words won't define me." "Oh, don't get all defensive now. It's just the truth. You and that guy you're meeting tonight are just a perfect match, a couple of ugly ducklings." My brows frowned as I was so confused by what she said. What? She just laughed at me mockingly.
Oh, come on, Amara. What's your usual wit? Cat got your tongue?
I brought back my senses and flashed her a smile. Not at all, Sheena. I'm just choosing not to engage in this pointless conversation.
Fine, be boring then, but trust me, and you will never find happiness if you keep shutting yourself from the world.
Thank you for your concern, Sheena, but I know what brings me happiness. Excuse me, and I need to say hi to other friends. Later that night, her statement earlier still bothered me. What does she mean by that? And a guy that I'm meeting tonight? Little did I know that her jealousy knew no bounds and went overboard. She had concocted a malicious plan to humiliate me further. She arranged a blind date for me, and to add insult to the injury, she paired me with a man she deemed unattractive. And that man was also a guest at the party. She dragged me to sit with him, and do you know what's more cruel? She remarked,
You should date. Both of you are ugly.
Her words pierced me, but I was determined not to let her see my pain. I agreed to the date, not knowing that it would change my life forever. As I sat across from my date Will, trying to maintain my composure, I couldn't help but notice how uncomfortable he was. But he still appeared polite and kind. And then he revealed something to me. He told me that he had used his skills as a professional makeup artist to look less appealing than he was. I was stunned by the revelation of his disguise and his confession that he had recorded Sheena's hurtful comments towards me earlier. But the most significant shock was yet to come. As the evening progressed, Will meticulously peeled away the layers of makeup, unveiling a man of jaw-dropping handsomeness. He explained that he had orchestrated this elaborate charade to expose Sheena's true nature. He was not just a professional makeup artist, but also a talent manager in an entertainment company and modeling agency. He heard rumors about Sheena's lousy attitude and told me that Sheena had recently signed her contract with his entertainment company for a big-time TV commercial that would be a massive break to her career. But he was skeptical about her, so he disguised himself and went to the party to observe her firsthand. And Sheena did not disappoint. She honestly had a garbage attitude. Then I realized his true motive. He had seen beyond my appearance and recognized the strength and beauty within me that Sheena could never comprehend. With newfound confidence, I embraced the opportunity Will presented me to star in a TV commercial initially intended for my sister-in-law. The ad showcased a powerful narrative of a woman unyielding to societal standards, reflecting my journey towards self-acceptance and empowerment. The commercial struck a chord with audiences, propelling me to newfound fame and success. Meanwhile, the repercussion of Sheena's actions came crashing down on her. The video exposing her hurtful remarks and heartless behavior went viral, tarnishing her career, cultivated public image. Her career plummeted, and she found herself isolated, abandoned even by those who had once praised her. I never sought revenge, but life had a way of serving justice in its own time. Through the chaos, I found solace in the unconditional support of Will, the man who had seen past the facade and helped me discover my true worth. Our connection deepened into a love that I had never known before. In retrospect, I understood that Sheena's envy and bitterness had only fueled my determination to rise above her negativity. I embraced my individuality, secure in knowing that my worth extended far beyond my appearance. And as I basked in the glow of love and success, I couldn't help but feel a sense of poetic justice. For a while, and she had sought to humiliate me. It was her actions that led to her downfall. As life moved forward, my relationship with Will blossomed into something beautiful. He became my rock, supporting me through the highs and lows of newfound fame. We shared laughter, dreams, and a love that grew stronger each day. Together, we found comfort in knowing we had seen each other amidst the chaos Sheena caused. Meanwhile, Sheena's world continued to crumble around her. Her once thriving career suffered a devastating blow as sponsors, advertisers, and fans distanced themselves from her toxic persona. The revelation of her true nature led to a downward spiral, leaving her isolated and desperate for any semblance of the glamorous life she had once clung to. But while the world may have turned its back on her, I couldn't help but feel sympathy. I knew all too well the pain of insecurity and the lengths it could drive a person to. Perhaps Sheena had lost herself in her pursuit of perfection, unable to see that true beauty lies not in appearance, but in the heart. As fame and success soared, I used my platform to advocate for self-love, inner strength, and acceptance. The TV commercial that had launched my career became a powerful symbol of resilience and defiance against societal pressures. I hope my story would inspire others, reminding them they were worthy of love and respect regardless of their outward appearance. Despite her actions, I couldn't find it in my heart to revel in Sheena's misfortune. Instead, I wished for her to find healing and redemption, to discover her inner beauty obscured by bitterness and jealousy. I had found my purpose: to spread positivity and empower others, not to wallow in revenge. Through tearful conversations, Sheena revealed the insecurities that had plagued her for years. Her envy of our closeness and her fear of being overshadowed had driven her to lash out. As she bared her soul, I saw a broken person who had lost herself in a quest for validation. Though forgiveness didn't come quickly, I couldn't deny the transformation she seemed to undergo. It was as if the humbling experience had awakened a glimmer of self-awareness within her. Slowly, we started to rebuild a fragile bond, and one forged not out of obligation, but out of empathy for a fellow human being struggling to find her way. With time, Sheena took steps towards self-improvement. She sought therapy to confront her insecurities and began advocating for mental health and self-acceptance. Our newfound connection became a testament to the power of compassion and understanding, proving that even in the face of hurtful actions, there could be a change for healing and growth. As my career flourished, I used my influence to support causes close to my heart. I collaborated with Will, creating campaigns celebrating diverse beauty and inner strength. We wanted to show the world that true beauty lies in embracing individuality and defying society's expectations. Ultimately, Sheena's downfall led to a powerful transformation for both of us. Through the darkness of revenge and humiliation, we emerged with a newfound appreciation for beauty beyond appearances. And while Sheena's career might never fully recover, she found solace in her journey of self-discovery and the possibility of finding happiness on her terms. Life has taught us that revenge might bring temporary satisfaction, but compassion and forgiveness truly set us free. I couldn't change the past, but I could shape the future, using my experiences to inspire others to embrace their true selves, just as Will had helped me unmask the beauty within myself.